Hello, hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to my new subscribers. So today we are going to continue in the series of the water drop effect, but this time I want to include it in the Jesmonite. I already made a video where I included an epoxy resin piece in the Jesmonite, and it worked very well. So now I want to see what happens with the UV resin. I put my mask, I open my window, and let's go. So here is my UV resin, still the same that I found on Amazon. Well, let's get started. I have an idea in my head and I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to start putting it's not a drop, it's a pretty big shape on the bottom of my coaster, and I'll put it right away to dry because it's big and I don't want it to flow. So here it is ready. I check that it's not sticky, that it's hardened, and I'll apply a pigment over it. The hardest part is always choosing which pigment. So I will choose from the Chameleon pigment from Let's Resin. I choose Galaxy, and I'm going to start to apply this Chameleon powder on my first drop, but you can see that I'm not actually doing the whole drop. I'm only doing part of the outer part. I'm sorry, but you will see I went out of frame. Excuse me. And now I'm going to come and do another shape on top, but slightly smaller. Actually, I want to give a depth effect to my water drop. Let's see if it works, shall we? And I'm going to put it under my lamp right now. My minute is up. I check as always that it's dry and not sticky. This time I will use the magenta color. I'm going to apply it in the same way, only on the edges of this drop I made. I don't put any in the middle. So now I'm going to make a last shape, and I'm going to apply my pigment again after having put it under my lamp. Always the same thing. I let it harden. And well, everything is fine. This time I'll apply the Galaxy pigment again. I've got my 3 coats. Here is what it looks like. Beautiful. The Chameleon pigments are still great, of course. I'm a little embarrassed because about the edges, and I did something that I don't think I should have done. If you're going to try this method to give something that looks like depth, don't do it the way I did. I decided not to clean it up, but to spread a little bit of the leftover powder. There's always a little bit left over, and then I think I even added a little bit more. I think I should not have done it like that. Well, it's done, it's done. So I'm going to spread this powder a little bit, not too much, or I should have spread it completely. I don't know. if I have to do it again, I won't do like that, and I have a little doubt about the pigment colors. I should have used colors with a little more contrast. So I'm going to prepare my Jesmonite now. It's time. So here it is. I tinted it with blue. I could have done it in black too, but I choose the blue one for change. No, so now I just pour it into my mold, and I hope it will work. I hope the UV resin won't stick to the bottom when I unmold it. We'll see in a little while. So I pour my Jesmonite, I fill my mold, and you see I made just the right amount. I was really short. I had to scrape my cup to fill it at all. I even thought I wouldn't get enough, but I did get enough to fill my mold. So it's perfect. And I don't see any powder coming up through the Jesmonite. That would be kind of weird considering the density of the Jesmonite. So after pouring, as always, I do a little cleanup, since I can't work without pouring some on the side or edges. And then I'll tap my mold to help the air bubbles rise to the surface, and I'll pass my little silicone stick around the sides and then let it dry, and we'll meet for the unmolding in a second. Here it is, about 30 minutes ago. I'm hoping my UV resin will come through nicely with the Jesmonite, if I may say so. We'll find out right away. Well, yes, everything is coming off very well. Here I have the depth effect I wanted, so I like that. On the other hand, I don't like the edges with the pigment. No, I don't like it, but that's the way it is. In the meantime, I got the effect I wanted, so I really think I should have used a little more contrast to accentuate that effect of depth and different layers. I hope that makes sense. But otherwise, I'm very happy with this effect. Maybe with black tinted Jesmonite, I don't know, but I'm sure I'll have to use more contrasting colors. But otherwise, I have the depth effect, so I'm really happy, because that's what I was looking for. Tell me in the comments what you think, what color I could have used or not. I'm going to do a little close-up. Well, it's not too bad. I like this effect of depth. Oh yes, I like it. I have to work on it, but I have to put more contrasting colors in the layers. And I don't like this pigment around. So, you see some pictures in the Delage. Thank you for following me, if you are still here. I'll see you soon for other adventures. Take care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye.